Let's take a look at rulemaking procedures. Rulemaking is the administrative equivalent of the legislative process of enacting statutes. Agencies are not subject to stricter constitutional requirements in rulemaking process than legislatures are in enacting statutes. Because legislatures are not constitutionally required to conduct hearings or provide notice of proposed legislation, neither are agencies. The process that must be followed by federal agencies when making rules is prescribed by the APA. An appreciation for the APA's historical context aids in understanding why Congress chose to regulate rulemaking in the way that it did. The APA establishes three procedural forms of rulemaking: formal, informal, and exempted. Federal law also provides for negotiated rulemaking. Remember that each state has its own rulemaking requirements and they often differ significantly from the federal formal versus informal model. Formal rulemaking is the most time-consuming, expensive, and procedurally involved method of rulemaking for agencies. Formal rulemaking is required only when mandated by Congress in a separate statute. The APA alone never mandates formal rulemaking. Under the APA, informal rulemaking exists by default. If a statute does not require formal rulemaking, then an exemption does not apply. Then informal rulemaking may be used. Three simple requirements are imposed upon an agency using informal rulemaking. First, as for formal rulemaking, the agency must publish a notice of proposed rulemaking, normally in the Federal Register. Second, the agency must give interested persons the opportunity to participate in the rulemaking process. No trial-type hearing is required for the agency. Rather, interested persons have the right to submit to the agency written comments containing data, views, or arguments. Although not required, agencies occasionally permit interested persons to testify orally. Finally, the APA requires that the agency issue its final rules with a concise statement of their basis and purpose. This requirement is not as strict as the findings requirement of adjudication and formal rulemaking. However, a rule may be invalidated by a reviewing court.